right, guys, we here. Clash the Podcast. Charles Brown, Lad in the building, a special guest. We got Vic back there in the background. He is a loyal fan that got a chance, a one and only, once-in-a-lifetime chance to actually sit in the room where the magic happens. Shout out to Vic in the back. Fliz over there wiping his mouth off. I don't know what he just ate.
Poland Spring and Tostitos.
There it is, the drink of champions. Yep. Over there we got Dante, the Enterprise, and we got TJ Soars on the come up over there. And we are Clash the Podcast. This is our first pre-recorded episode. We have never done a pre-recorded episode, but here we are. So I just want to let y'all know, the people in the chats, we will be in the chats. We will be responding to you, but we will not be seeing you because this is not live. This is actually a pre-recorded program. All right. So make sure you still comment. We still gonna interact with you. We still want to see what you got to say, and we still out here doing what we do. Right?
Yes, sir. See.
And Dante's still sexy, so don't get sad and act like he's still gonna take off his shirt at some point and do all what he do. So don't worry about that. There it is. All right. So I want to talk about something that we had talked about this earlier, but I want to discuss it now because we had a whole lot of pausing and a lot of people wasn't really ready with the answers. Charlamagne said the most influential rappers in history of hip hop, this is his opinion, but we're gonna talk about it, are Ye, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Lil Wayne. And he said it does not include M or K Dot, which is Kendrick Lamar. So I want to go around the room and ask these fellas who are rap aficionados about their most influential. We had a couple conversations before this red light went on, but now we want to really get into it. So I want to go around the room, and I got my influential people that I want to talk about too. But who wants to start this off? And let me know who want to get this going.
You and Fliz.
Me and Fliz?
Because last said his, I said 3 of mine.
And he coming at my neck because I only need 3.
No, I didn't come at you.
I'll start. Let's get a.
Hold on. Do we want to hear the clip? Let me play the clip. Because there's a whole clip with this.
Why we need the clip?
Let's just get a flow.
There's a whole clip with this that may make more sense because we kind of guessing what he actually said and didn't say. So let me put the clip on. I'm still going through the headphone. Hold on. Trying to cut this off. All right, so listen. Give me a second. I want to put this clip on. So let me cut this Bluetooth off.
Didn't you read what he said?
Yeah, I did read it, but I want him to say what he's gonna say. Yeah.
What is 4? Kanye, J, Pac, Wayne.
You got
4 most influential rappers of all time.
in there now too.
Not the 4. No. Not the 4. No.
And 5.
You know why I don't put Chief Keef in there? Because Chief Keef didn't influence like the world. He influenced a sound of a region.
Go.
He didn't influence the world. Those 4 people I named literally influenced people all over the world. Kanye, J, Wayne. Who did I say? Kanye, J, Wayne, and Pac. And I'm not gonna say the order number, but it's 4. Kanye, J, Pac, Wayne.
You got
4 most influential rappers of all
So
time.
there it is. So that was the context of the whole situation. Charlamagne was saying in his mind, it's only those 4 if you're going to start naming 4. So I think we got to keep it to 4.
So we're gonna go 4, and also he
and 2 honorable mentions.
Hearing that changed the criteria to me.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Talk
Because
about it.
I was going with.
He said change the world.
That's what I'm saying. I was going with just hip hop.
See?
Me, my brain, but I mean, Jay still would be.
But
in my
the most
top.
influential, if you're doing the most influential, they're going to impact the world.
No, I hear
It's going
you.
to resonate worldwide.
But
you know what I
there's
mean?
other people now. I'm thinking who people would never give credit for how their impact on introducing people to hip hop.
So
you know
wait,
what I mean?
before you say that, the people you're about to put in gotta knock these people out.
Yeah, but they're
Let
not
me
rappers.
repeat that. Let me
They're not
repeat
all
that.
rappers.
The people you gotta put, but they talking about rap, bro. Come on.
I'll name rap.
Okay, so
they
you're saying
talking about rap. We're not talking about.
if you're not putting them in,
Right.
who will you
So
replace
what
with?
you're saying is, so the list starts here.
Yep.
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z's a staple.
Kanye, Tupac, Lil Wayne. Whoever you put in,
Yep.
you taking one of them out.
Yep.
Lil Wayne for Dr. Dre.
So you're taking out Dre for Lil Wayne?
Yup.
I disagree with that, but
I know Lil Wayne with Dre.
With Dre, yeah. Dr. Dre going in, Lil Wayne's coming out.
I disagree with that, but go ahead.
I'm putting NWA as a whole.
Dude,
Me,
Dre's a
like-
part of that. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
I'm not saying just Dre. I'm saying NWA as a whole to me
Dude.
now. It's like
they push the narrative of
Yo,
gangster
Clash.
music.
Yo, this dude.
Master P, take Ye out.
Yo, this dude, Dr. Dre, came out the World Wrecking Crew.
World class record crew. Yep.
Well, I don't-
Yep.
I knew I was missing a word.
Yep.
Then he is the establisher of NWA. Then Death Row.
Aftermath.
Then gave it to another man, made him a
He
millionaire.
gave you 50 Cent,
Then,
Eminem.
then went to Aftermath. 50 Cent. You even put Eminem on that list. He wouldn't exist without Dre.
Right. So.
They
But-
forgot about Dre.
I'm going
But-
NWA.
That's impact. How did
My
to
bad.
Charlemagne's criteria? How did Dre influence the world?
Could I introduce you to Beat headphones?
Fair enough. I wasn't saying you was wrong. I wasn't saying you was wrong.
There you go.
I don't want you to think I was saying you was wrong. I just want.
Who did you
I just
take
wanted
out?
to
Who did you
bring
take
it
out?
back to the criteria.
All right, we're gonna have an issue with that. I'm gonna talk about Wayne, and I ain't even the biggest Wayne fan. But go ahead, finish.
He just asked a question. I said, could I introduce you to Beat headphones?
Yep.
It's hard to just put.
Yo,
that's
it's
it.
I feel like it's hard to just
Not,
put 4 in
we're
there,
gonna keep
4
it.
or
We're
5.
gonna keep it at the 4 because that's the criteria of the conversation, the question. But I'm sitting up there saying, when you look at a man like Dre and his influence, see, we said Chuck D earlier because he had a powerful influence in hip hop early on, and to this day, there is still people that would acknowledge Chuck D as someone that had influence on them in this day and time. They might not come out and say it, but they do. Cause I was a Public Enemy fan like that, but I wasn't really following them to that nature because I was Poor Righteous Teachers, all of the other people. So that whole movement came from the likes of Chuck D and KRS-One. Self-destruction. Shout them out.
Okay.
Now, what I was sitting up there saying about Dre as a producer, he resurrected Rakim's career when Rakim was not a factor no more. Right or wrong?
I don't know about all that.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't
know
matter
about
if it went
that.
through, but he still gave him life.
No, he didn't. You talking about Dre and Rakim?
No, he gave.
Keep talking, but you're
He
wrong.
gave,
But
he
keep
gave
talking.
16. He gave him 16 balls in his shelter.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
talking.
exactly what happened.
Hey, was he not on Truth Hurts song?
He was.
16 bars.
bars.
Shelving.
He
I'm
came
not
up
sure.
with
I
the
don't-
R.
I'm not sure if that's.
He
That's
came up with the R, the album. The R.
The all
yeah,
That
but the
wasn't
R
under-
had nothing. Dre had nothing to do with the
That
R.
wasn't under Dre.
That was on Dre.
Nah, only that one record.
16 bars.
Yeah.
Shelving.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he gave life to a lot of people when they forgot you MC'd.
No,
I can hear that. I hear that.
I'm more on your beats influence. Like that's a worldwide impact on influence points. And I'm not saying you're wrong. You know what I mean? I'm just because you're right. Like that resume's real, and he's not. So even if he didn't necessarily resurrect a lot
Wasn't
of
he the
careers,
first billionaire?
he birthed a lot of careers. That's for damn
He
sure.
birthed.
He birthed a lot of careers that were influential
Miss
to the
LA.
culture. So again, I'm not knocking it.
I'm going by what we just heard.
Right.
The 4.
Yep.
And
That's
you said,
fair.
who would I take off?
That's fair.
I said Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I
That's
feel
what-
the same way. I feel if anybody's gonna be moved, if I'm gonna replace anybody out of those 4, it is going to be Lil Wayne.
But why
And no
would-
strike against
it's
him.
crazy, but Lil Wayne influenced everything that's.
I was
going on
going
right
to say
now.
that. I was going to say
Everything
that.
that's going on right now.
Everybody's Lil Wayne's son right now.
Yeah.
Did you hear his verse on thing on God did?
Yeah, don't get me
basically
wrong.
said
He
that.
murdered it, but I'm saying like,
He said face tats, I'm the apex. Like come on, bro. Like all these young rappers, they following Lil Wayne's trend.
But
see,
who
I
did
don't-
he
and
follow?
see, and
Who
I don't
did he
feel like-
follow?
And see, to me, I don't feel like they follow Lil Wayne's trend because
They
most
took
of them
a
now
page-
are
they
drilling
took a
trap,
page- they
and I
took a
don't
page
think
out of Lil
Wayne.
Wayne's rap book.
I don't think Wayne.
Nah, lad, you wrong on that. Wayne.
All right,
for-
okay.
Wayne
Fair
is
enough.
heavy.
Right
These
now,
kids,
so-
these kids love
so-
Wayne,
so let's
like-
talk
like
about
how
Wayne.
He rock with Jay-Z.
Let's talk about Wayne and Jay-Z influence, right?
Yeah.
I'm not Jay, I'm sorry, Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre did influence a lot of gangster rap and a lot of the way people started to do their music.
The Godfather of the West Coast.
He did that. He definitely did that. But for how long?
Oh, here we go. Here
He
we go.
did-
No, I'm
Definitely
done.
through the 90s. He definitely survived the 90s, no?
He's
Okay.
still relevant now.
So like I said, he influenced us to get into West Coast gangster rap, this and that, da. That right now, almost nothing that Dre did back then is being duplicated in rap right now.
Producer?
Almost nothing. They're not doing
And
West
just
Coast.
Also remember, Dre had a lot to do with that little white boy Eminem. Just
Facts. I understand that, but let me
Like-
just go where I'm
yeah,
going
absolutely.
at.
Yep.
Wayne was skateboarding when it wasn't cool.
Correct.
Wayne was wearing skinny jeans when it wasn't cool.
Correct.
Wayne was getting tats all over his face. Wayne was a skinny, dark-skinned dude when it wasn't cool. He had his shirt off when it wasn't cool. He had dreads on when it wasn't cool.
I'm gonna take the shirt off, Pop, because I'll call LL and we'll just dismiss all of that. I
But
get what you're
nobody
saying.
was taking their shirt off
Right.
because of LL. No one. LL was the only one taking his shirt off. Name another
Charles
rapper.
bugging on that
Put it like
one.
this.
No, okay.
Put it like this.
No,
how am I bugging?
he's right. No,
The Cash
he's
Money
right.
tour,
I don't
the
think
Cash
anybody
Money
was
tour,
taking a
you
shirt
know what
because,
happened
like,
on
I
that
feel you.
Cash Money, down on the Cash Money Rough Rider tour, Wayne got sick one night. He didn't come out. Right? Then the next night, they had to run with the narrative that Wayne was still sick. And then once Baby realized, because they brought him out, once Baby realized when Wayne comes out, the crowd turn up was different. Baby knew that was his cash cow right there. He knew that.
Listen, I'm not trying to diminish the brother. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. So let's take out LL Cool J. Pac made everybody want to take their goddamn shirt off.
Pac
made
was taking off
everybody
his
wanna
shirt.
take their
Facts.
But
Facts.
he made
But
every
Pac
Pac
is
nigga wanna take
in
their
the
shirt off.
influential. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we
Right,
you know what I'm
so-
saying? We can't put one against the other. We leaving Pac
All I'm
is in
saying
there.
is just to take that attribute out.
Pac was
That's all. That was that one thing. That was all because everything
Okay,
else you're saying
but-
on point. On
Okay,
point.
so Pac, whatever. But
Yep.
I'm just telling you what Wayne
Right, the
influence
list is
was.
the litany of shit that he's
His
involved.
rapping, right?
Yep.
His rapping influence is still to this day what these youngsters are trying to be like.
Yep.
Almost everybody that's in their 30s and late 20s and 40s is Wayne fans.
Okay.
A lot of them try to do what he did. A lot of them try to be like him. And I feel like to this day, a Wayne verse is still relevant, right?
Yep.
To this day, a Wayne verse, only person relevant as Wayne is Jay when they drop a verse.
What about
Eminem gonna do numbers because Eminem has a massive fan base.
Yeah.
What about Nas?
Right.
It's not the same.
Nas is people who love hip hop
They
are
fuck
gonna
with
love
Nas.
Nas.
Yeah.
I love
But
Nas.
Nas verses still don't get the world talking about. Oh,
Right.
like you know what I mean?
Right. World.
Nas is a hip
Well,
hop
look
staple.
at the verse that Jay-Z just dropped.
Look at God
That
Did.
went crazy.
What you do?
Like that verse went crazy. And they say he did that in one take.
Sure.
And even still, I was
Guru
watching
said that in
Guru.
the video.
Guru was saying even with the one take, they're not even concerned with that. It's just how good the verse is. And some people are like, it's whatever. But
Nah, that verse is
the
hard,
simple
bro.
fact about
Like,
it is,
I said, you hear that Jay-Z verse?
Jay gotta be what, 52,
And still got
51,
it.
52, right?
Bars.
And what nobody's saying, whether he got it or not, whether you hate him or not, whether you thought the verse was trash or not, you went and listened to it, right? So that's a 52-year-old man that can still make you hate him and you still went and played it. Ain't no other rapper doing that.
I gotta go play this to hate it.
Now you know what's crazy?
So think
they're
about-
doing the challenge right now. The God Diz challenge off of Jay-Z's verse. That's the reason why they're doing that right now. That beat for anybody to go. You know what I mean, go.
Think
ham
about
on it.
how powerful that is, that your verse make everybody stop and listen to it. When 444 dropped, everybody had an opinion. Everybody. It wasn't nobody. I ain't hear it. They was like, I don't like it, or I love it. It's the greatest album. They had an opinion. Or I'm about to hear it. I'm going to hear it in a little bit. But it's very few people that could make that kind of statement. And Wayne, right? Wayne is not at that level where, because he dropped so many verses, it's not going. Jay, wait a while. You don't get a Jay verse. Wayne probably got
They make
7
you
verses
listen.
right now. Literally brand new verses.
Wayne got another Carter coming out.
Yeah, so it's like
Carter
Wayne
Six.
verses.
Yeah.
They come there's so many of them, it don't have the specialty of it. But he's acknowledged on that God did record, and a lot of people they didn't overlook him. Some people say I like Wayne verse better than Jay, but it is what it is.
Fuego.
Wayne went hard.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Wayne
He
went
went ape shit
hard,
on that.
though.
But Wayne just dope.
And then hold up, you notice even on Jay-Z's verse, Wayne was the only one. He said, "What up, we?" I mean, like,
Yeah.
what the business is.
Yeah, listen.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Jay know he went hard.
So we still ain't find nobody to take. In my opinion, Dante said take
Because-
Dre,
because-
and we can argue that, but I don't think.
because everybody think we're naming deserves it. You know,
We're sorry.
no one name no bullshit. No one's like, oh, tag team.
That's why I
No,
said.
saying no,
Hey,
no,
also,
saying
it's
like
like-
that.
It's like that, like the list itself that Charlamagne did, like, it's kind of accurate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like hard to take anybody off. To me, I feel like it needs to be more than 4 or 5.
It's not
Well,
wrong.
he's
Yeah,
getting-
it's
I
not
don't know,
wrong.
and now
He's giving his opinion.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw a name out there, and I need you to look at this only through the scope.
I was gonna throw
of
Snoop.
influence.
I was gonna throw Snoop in there.
That's not a bad pick. That's
In the
so
words
not
of
a
In Living
bad
Color,
You know what I'm saying?
Now-
hated it.
pick. That's not a bad. You got influential.
But I was
though. You
gonna
gotta
throw
look at
Snoop
the-
in there.
'cause you gotta
Snoop's the most popular
Snoop-
rapper,
You
bro.
gotta
It's
look
not
at
even
that
just
scope
about
of
being a
just
rapper.
influence.
Snoop
That's
could
the only lens
possibly-
you gotta
Look at
look at
football.
right now,
Look at
right?
the football, what he
Influence,
did
right?
for his
Influence.
Snoop could possibly knock Wayne out of that.
Right.
Snoop before
yeah.
Drake.
Yeah, bro.
Drake could possibly knock Wayne out too.
Yeah, and so it's
They
like,
both
it's
equal.
Hard. It's
Right.
hard.
And
to
Will
You
do.
said
Not
Snoop and Dre's
I feel like
equal?
it should
You
be
know what?
more than
I'ma
I
tell you-
can feel it.
I'm gonna tell you what's
hard.
crazy, right? I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
'Cause you got
Yeah,
Glasses-
that
in there too,
statement.
like you said.
Glasses Malone didn't make. He didn't. I didn't realize until he said it, and everybody tried to chew him out. He said Snoop was way bigger than Tupac. It's facts though.
So
It's facts. If you pay attention and you remember, Pac was second
wasn't Pac to
fiddle
Death Row.
on Death Row
we didn't start really focusing on Parker
until Death Row. And when he got to Death Row,
Stop playing.
He took over
Snoop
Death
was
Row,
way
basically,
bigger than
Right.
Snoop was way bigger than Pac.
Right.
Pac came in because Snoop let him in. Snoop said, I'm good with him being on here. If Snoop would have said nah, he wouldn't have been there. First of all, Snoop
Talk about it.
Snoop Records was doing
you know what's
crazy.
that he's saying that though. It's just like when Pac got to Death Row, they basically gave him everything, all them records. So that's why you got red.
Right,
You got
Daz
red.
gave him
You got
records,
red. You
Snoop
got
gave
red and
records.
meth on there.
Yeah.
On the record, that those records was already pre-recorded, but
Right.
I don't know if they was for a Dog Pound album or whatever.
Whatever
it
it was, the camp
It
just
was just
blessed
like,
him
yo,
with hits. Like,
Pac's here,
yeah.
give him everything.
Right. Right.
And he just did what he did.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Plus, at the end of
'Cause-
the day, it's just like Pac, as just Pac. Outside of that, at the time, he was one of the biggest actors.
Right,
coming from out of rap.
But what Death Row didn't need at that time was Pop. They didn't need him. It was just he was extra gravy.
He didn't need
They
him.
was on.
but-
They was
but-
firing
but-
on all cylinders by that point.
Peep it though. He took them to another height.
Yeah,
And if he
there
would
wasn't-
if none of that would have happened and he would have lived and he didn't get shot or anything,
Right.
the next move was about for them to get into movies using Pac's star for them
Right.
to get into Hollywood.
right.
And with Suge Knight in Hollywood, you're
I'm gonna
You
throw in
already
an
know how it
unpopular.
was going down.
File this name on the unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna throw him in the mix and influential. I need you to look through only through that scope. Like that's where we're at in this list. 3 stacks, man.
Ooh,
Andre?
Andre 3000.
That's a good name.
That's a good
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
It's a very
Yeah.
good name. Very good name.
Yes, indeed. I need you to think about the culture and the way the way Atlanta's moving right now.
You know what's crazy? Because when you go back and look
3
at Outkast from the beginning to the end, by the end of they're not even at the end, but it's like because they can go on tour right now and just, I mean, sell out arena. But it's like at their highest point, they were rock stars. He was coming out there with like crazy
And that's
outfits
like
on,
Jimi Hendrix.
his
And-
hair,
I gotta
exactly.
So
yeah.
to my
Yeah,
point,
Jimmy-
right now you got that. You got all this with the turban and all this
All
wild
that,
shit. And now and I say Young Thug.
Ooh, can't be mad at
Influence,
that.
bro. Like he influenced a generation.
You right, but I wouldn't put him in there over these guys.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm just
But now these
I'm
younger
just throwing, you know,
these
yeah,
younger era,
influence
they
though.
look at him like
these
that.
are
though,
mentions.
you know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
these are
Yeah.
honorable mentions. I think
Facts.
you know
I
let's
give you
put them
that.
up against the light and shoot it down.
So you can say,
But,
so
you
hold
know,
up. Know what you can say too is if you're talking about a younger era like the now era, you have to throw Little Baby in there. Little Baby.
Yeah, he definitely
Or
got the
Yo
influence.
Gotti.
But but when you say most influential,
Hold
when
up,
you start
y'all
talking, 'cause
bugging with
when you
these
start
names.
putting a superlative on it and making it like finite. Like these are the four.
You're gonna take
There's no,
a little weight off a
you
little
really gotta
baby.
tighten
No,
the
I'm
screws.
saying Little Baby's probably one of the hottest young rappers right
Right,
now.
but the only thing, and the thing that takes him out of the running is essentially why Wayne is expendable. Because of the four, he is the youngest.
Yep.
His legacy is the shortest. As great as it is.
Nah, that dude's legacy.
No.
is
You're
nuts.
not. You're
I hear what
misunderstanding.
I hear what
Great
you're
as
saying.
it is.
Yeah.
He's chronological.
He is the youngest
That's all.
on
He's
the
just
list.
youngest. That's all it is. It doesn't lessen who he is. It doesn't lessen his
Well, what
stature
time out?
in it.
That was
it just means
Charlemagne's list, so
it just
it's
it
not
just
actual
means
Bible.
absolutely. I'm just saying, but that's influence for your ass to the
Yeah.
fact that he made his list. You can't deny the influence. All I'm saying is, I think if we really sat down and tightened the screws, we could find somebody, because the other three have been riding that influential wave at such a high level for such a long a time.
Hey, I'm gonna
You
introduce
understand what I'm
something to the
saying?
lexicon right now.
Like Jay was Jay before Wayne was
Watch
already out.
this.
You understand what I'm saying?
Take off. Okay, you wanna know if somebody's influential? Take them and their whole catalog and library out of there, and take everything that they birthed. Like I said, you take away a Dr. Dre, the people you just named, Snoop and all of them, out of here. NWA, Ice Cube, all of them, out of here.
He's right. He's right. He's facts.
So
He's facts.
that's why I said I deal with facts, proper perspective.
That's why I said
like
it's hard to
Jay-Z.
just roll
Jay-Z,
out the
who
four.
did he birth? He didn't really birth Kanye. Don't look at me like that.
Jay-Z birthed Jay-Z.
First of all,
That's a
now
whole-
you
that's a
you
whole-
No,
now you
stop it.
wild.
Rockefeller
Now you
State
wild.
Property.
No.
So you taking out Jay then?
I get what you're
So are you
saying.
taking out Jay? So why are we
Jay-
talking about Jay?
I
Off
said
of Jay, you got. He just said it.
I
and
said,
then
when
you
did
got,
Jay-Z
he made
birth?
$3
Damn, I
billionaires.
asked the question. I got a bunch of roly-polies.
No, I gave you the answer. I rolled my eyes and gave you an answer.
Jay influenced a lot.
I didn't say
Like
Rihanna,
I
Beyonce,
was
half her
just about to
stuff.
say that.
No, he didn't birth Beyonce. What's wrong with
A
you?
lot of her stuff.
Yeah,
He birthed
yo, Charles,
Rihanna.
I would throw a cup at you. He
Young
did not birth
Jeezy.
Rihanna.
Yeah, no, he birthed Rihanna.
Of Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce was already Beyonce.
Yeah, exactly.
They
She
just-
made him bigger.
Them together, they just
She made him bigger.
enhanced each other when they got together.
Yeah.
No, because again,
Perfect.
But,
It was
but
everything.
at the same time,
take off
Jay
Big.
was able to get in different rooms.
There's
with
mad.
Beyonce.
Wait, slow down. We ready to get crazy, bro.
I think
First of all,
Go ahead.
when Jay got with Beyonce, she was still with these chicks,
That's
Yeah.
his child.
right?
That's facts.
But she
She
was
what?
huge.
No,
She was.
no.
Check up on it.
Yeah,
Is the
nah,
video that
Beyonce
Lil
Crazy
Flip and
in
them
Love
went.
was- Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's a single joint. That ain't Destiny's Child.
Right, but no, that's check up on it.
When they first started dating, she was
Okay.
still in
So
that group.
what I'm saying is,
She made Jay-Z bigger, dude.
think about she did, but they made. But think
They
about.
made each other bigger.
Yeah,
Think
that's what I
about
said,
the-
they enhanced each other.
think
The
about-
marriage was a perfect marriage.
I'm gonna keep
Perfect
talking
marriage.
till y'all
I'm
let
sorry,
me
no,
get it
go
out.
ahead, go
So think about this. How many chicks in that era is out of here? Because they was cute and this and that, but they ain't had an edge,
Right, they could mature into a
Right?
role,
Yeah.
right?
and how
Tonight,
many?
Do you want to dance with
How
me?
many people? How many people rocked with her because she was rocking with Jay? Jay had already did Dime with Hard Knock Life and all that
Facts.
before Beyonce went solo. Am I bugging?
No, you're right. Facts.
A lot of people want to rewrite history and make it like she made him.
No, I didn't say that.
A lot of people want to rewrite history and make it like Beyonce made Jay. But the plug he plugged her in with
Yep.
made it made her move around the industry. It opened up
It was
mad
perfect
doors.
symbiosis.
That's why I said
He
they
gave
complimented
her
each other.
street credibility,
And then she
she
took
gave
him into different rooms
she
that he
gave
wasn't
him
able to get in
worldwide,
before.
Right.
Not worldwide, but
Both of them,
mainstream
yeah.
credibility.
Yeah.
And then
Right
guess
there.
what? The room she took him in was after he took her in. So Beyonce was trying to find who Beyonce was. She was still in a group with 3 girls.
Right.
That she was still trying to figure out, should I go solo? You know what I'm saying? So she didn't even know who she was yet. Jay was already Jay-Z. So Jay put that girl on his back. She ended up being bigger. That's like Rihanna. Take Jay away from Rihanna. I don't know if we talking about her the same way.
Yo, that's a fact because
If we even
because
if
you
she
know
even
what?
gets discovered,
Because
right?
you
Even
know
when
what?
She gets put on.
Know what was about to happen with Rihanna?
Def Jam,
What?
President Def Jam.
They was like she was about to get shelved until Jay jumped into the situation and
Imagine.
You know what
So imagine that. Rihanna shelved. Who's picking her up? You know how many people got dropped and didn't get no deal after that?
I mean? Facts.
Many of them.
Also, do we get the same Nas? Right? right? Jay brought Nas to Def Jam, right? Am I in that?
Well, Nas is already Nas. I'm gonna say that though.
Yeah, but
I
do we
gave
do
you
we
life
get
when
do
people
we
got you.
but do we get King's disease? Do you get access to Hit Boy, and are you even looking for Hit Boy?
Maybe not.
You know what I mean? Like,
Jay wasn't with Def Jam with that.
Yes, sir. Because
he was. He brought Nas in, didn't he?
Yeah, and then that's when he first got the 4040. They did him,
Right.
Puffy, and Nas. They did the video in the 4040 club.
Well, I think we all agree Jay-Z can't come off the list.
That's what I don't know how we.
I was never thinking Jay-Z would have never came off the list.
Never came off my list.
I said the person I said was Wayne for Dre.
Now, can I do a personal list? If
Right.
I'm doing personal list,
We
KRS
haven't
is,
got through one person's whole list yet.
KRS is on my, because we're trying to find one person to take off. We can't even pull one of these guys off. The closest we came was Weezy.
Right, and even then that was a tug of war.
Yeah.
That's hard for me because I personally think Lil Wayne is the best Southern rapper in history, in my opinion.
That's fact.
I'm like, I don't
Andre?
see best
Yo,
Southern
That's
rapper
his
in
opinion,
history.
though. That's
And like he's like Lil Wayne's GOAT status to me.
I'm just gonna ask you this
Facts.
question:
I rock
Woo!
with Lil
Is
Wayne.
Lil
Facts.
Wayne more influential than Dr. Dre? That's it. That's you say yes. It's it. Ain't no,
I put him right here.
no, it's either
I
yes or
put
no.
him right here. No,
Oh,
there's
it's a
no.
push.
It's
He's
not,
he's
it's
not.
not a yes or no.
This ain't Spades.
It's not a yes or a no.
Oh no,
That's the thing.
poker.
That's the thing. You're gonna get yourself riled up trying to do that.
No, I'm just asking
You
the
can't
question.
why I
do
don't
that. These
even-
are all opinions.
Hey,
It's like-
people,
like I
you
said,
heard my question.
All right, so
People,
for your question,
Wayne
So
or
what?
Dr. Dre?
Take
but no,
Dr. Dre, but
wait, Fliz,
I
let me help you with
go
this.
ahead. Because there was something about Dr. Dre I want to add.
No one is disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
So that's where it's not going past
didn't say
that.
that.
No one is going to say yes, no. We all of us agree that you have a valid point.
I start wondering who is Dre without NWA. That's why I said NWA.
World class?
No one gives about no world class wrecking crew.
No one.
Let's just be
However,
honest.
Crazy on the
but
West
to that end, I would like to venture a guess and think that while he may not have been the Dre we know, he would have still been in the game producing.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I truly believe he would have found somebody.
Well,
Facts.
as
I
a
don't.
producer,
I can't.
as a
that's
producer, let's put something into perspective too. Remember, Dre was out of here before he found Eminem. He admits this. His career was done.
Because
No
of
one was
Suge
checking
Knight.
for him. He had no money. So the Dre we're putting up on this pedestal, remember, was almost out of here until Eminem said, "Come on." Now
Well, the other way around. But I get
he
what you're
admitted
saying.
it. Dre said this. I'm not making
No.
this up.
But
I'm not
Eminem
pulling this up,
says
man.
Dre saved his life too. So let's
Oh
not
yeah,
get
of course.
let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
but-
Eminem,
Alright, we
because
got some
Eminem,
J and
because
B now.
Eminem, because Eminem.
I know, right?
Eminem's demo was floating
No,
around.
so
I said Dre. I
no,
said Dre.
I agree with you. Like Eminem wouldn't have been nothing if Dre brought him up, found him. But Dre was almost out of here till he found him. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
but you
So
know
it
who
was
brought Eminem to Dre's attention?
Jimmy
Jimmy
Iovine.
Iovine.
all right, well, regardless, everybody give the credit to Dre. But I'm saying, as far as me, when I look at my feeling of hip hop history, NWA hit like a comet, like bam,
That's facts.
and it was like Dre was part of
Straight
it.
out of Compton.
I thought
There's
Dre,
a brother named Dante.
in my opinion, Dre and Eazy-E to me were the weakest rappers in the group. To me, I thought Ren was my guy,
somebody
and
was
Ice
writing
Cube.
for them.
Ice Cube and Ren was
Fliz,
my
you
guy.
get points for me for saying that.
Why?
I didn't know you rock with NWA like that.
Of course, who did? I'm saying,
I didn't know you rock with them
Anyone
like
our
that.
age don't rock with NWA. But I'm saying, like, so when they came out, I'm like,
One day
oh,
I'm gonna do a
snap.
guess Fliz I'm gonna do a guess Fliz's greatest list of all time. I'm gonna try to guess your
It's
top
gonna be
10.
weird. You'll never guess it because I always
We know-
got those
we know
odd
Method
outliers.
Man's
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Method Man's
I'm
in
a-
there.
I'm gonna be like
What?
Alcoholics.
oh,
Alcoholics
that should be
Anonymous.
that should be a segment. Try to guess Fliz's top
Oh, I
5.
could say
top
his.
20.
Well, we know that
I
Method
know,
Man's
so I
in
can't
there.
do it.
We definitely know
Yo,
Method
if you
Man's
hit
in there.
40.
Nah, cause it's gonna be some.
And
It's
I'm
gonna
talking
be
about
some
worst
weird.
rappers that-
It's gonna be some weird dudes out of Queens on it. Like it's gonna be what's them two twins? What's it? The two twins out of
Crew,
who?
not crew.
Not crew. It's
Not
two.
Crew.
Twin Hype
No, it's not twin hype. Somebody out there know. See, that's what we need touch
from
for.
Queens.
Somebody out there know, not from Queens, but they from New York. It's two twins, tall dudes. Bama's. They came out the same time as Camp Low. They got
Casanova and
no, they after them.
I don't remember who.
It's two twins. See, this is why we need the
Southside
live.
Styles.
This is why we need.
Styles.
This is why we need the
Southside.
live. One hit wonders. But see, this is why we need the live because somebody could tell me who I'm talking about. Somebody in that live, tell me who I'm talking. It's two twins out of New York. They came out around the same time. Shaq came out, and not Shaq came out, but he said Milli Vanilli. Nick, somebody get his car keys. Get his car keys.
From New York too. They were twins, like identical.
Twins. They something like double Trump. Something like it's a name, a double name. Somebody in the comments tell me who them twins is. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Kit Kat.
When I say it, y'all gonna be like, oh damn. When I
You
say it,
don't
y'all.
have me Google, dog.
First of all, them dudes wouldn't even be on his list.
No.
I know,
But it's gonna be somebody like that, or the other dude that used to run with MOP, and he had his own album. Teflon.
Yeah,
He gonna
right.
it's gonna be Teflon 9. It's gonna be like just
I
random
thought you were
names.
talking about Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler
It's
when you
go-
said
Oh
MOP.
my God.
Then it's gonna be what's your boy? What's your boy? Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, I know Peter Gunn.
Peter's gonna be Peter Guns and
Tariq.
Lil
Oh,
Tariq.
Nah.
Hell yeah!
My list would be like my list isn't all.
I
the
know
top
his list.
guys, you know what I
And
mean?
Matter of fact, I just talked into the. We're gonna do the list tonight. When we get to the list, it's gonna be the top 25 most random rappers. We're gonna do that list, and I already gave you two: Teflon, 9, and who I said that.
Move the
I used to
Who's
like
the
Nine.
hustler?
We're gonna do that list
Trigger the
later.
Gambler.
I thought Nine
Trigger.
was very underrated.
There it is.
That album was
That
fire.
both of them. I like both his albums.
And I know y'all gonna be mad. I'm putting Mike Geronimo on there,
What?
God.
but we're not gonna do that. So listen,
That album was great.
Hold up. But wait, we put Mike Geronimo on the list too. What we put him on a list before.
we
I
did.
forgot what it
Y'all
was.
put him on some sucker ass list. I hope.
No, we-
Respect on Mike Geronimo.
It was
Nah,
something
I forgot what it
that
was.
Dante was like more like advocating.
Yeah,
for.
he
That
was
was
talking-
all.
was pushing
you better,
for it.
yo, Mike
Geronimo's
Geronimo's
that-
my
yo,
dude.
see,
Yo,
That
yeah,
Vendetta
push it
album,
for
I still play that album regularly.
I'm so high,
This is-
you so high. That's
Yep.
on blast. I'm about to. Matter of fact, we gonna rap on that song.
I just saw Irv got why Irv and him and Irv fell out.
Why?
Just saw Irv was just doing some Irv shit, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you
There
know
was
what?
a
I
couple
think he's
situations.
right. I think Irv was using him as an example to show Ja Rule and them, this is what would happen to you. He was trying to flex
nah,
his
he
muscle.
had him before Ja Rule now.
No.
Sure did.
Nah, but they was all. They
Could
was
you
all around
please
the same
listen to what I
time.
just said?
No,
I
no,
said
no. Same
he was
time.
using Mike Geronimo as an example to say, if you don't follow what I say, I'm gonna flex my muscle on you.
I hear you, but I understand that, but
'Cause what
Ja
was-
Rule was not with Mike
No,
Geronimo
but what I'm
first.
saying
They was
is-
on the same label though. They was
that
on-
he really rocked with Ja Rule. What they
Yeah.
said happened was Mike Geronimo got offers from other labels. He wasn't signing them yet, and by him, he was thinking about taking the other offers.
Charles,
And
did you-
Irv got. I heard what you said, but we're not talking
they
about.
said-
No,
Irv-
did you
Irv
hear what
looked
Mike
at him as
Geronimo said?
disloyal.
No, this is what Mike Geronimo.
This is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. What
I-
Mike said.
I love this dude. So
And
yo,
that's why.
I
And that's
listen
why
to
Irv was
anything he
looking at
says.
him as disloyal.
No, this is what
That's what I'm
happened.
trying- go ahead,
No,
tell
this is what happened. Please. And he was listening like Dante know what he talking about. This is what happened. He was loyal to Irv.
Say a
What-
Mike Geronimo rhyme, and we'll listen to you. Give me a verse.
I'm so high. Behold the uncontrollable. I keep your mind in the trauma. Listen.
Go ahead,
Please
go ahead.
know I always messed up on people's rhymes because they used to come tell you I was biting people's rhymes. I'm like, yo, that's why I can't memorize nobody's stuff. But anyway, that's another story. Listen to what he said. He was loyal to this man. But what happened was he wasn't on paperwork.
Facts.
Other people offered offers, but he was calling or whatever. But then he was saying, I invited you to my mother. It's like, let's just say me and you. We've been rocking. We on albums together. It's like if I'm with you and I'm loyal to you, and you sit up there and said, I should have shined you when I had the chance to. It's gonna make me think.
It's more context to that. Though.
No, it is.
I-
But
it's more
no,
context
he
to
was
that.
saying, yo, you.
I think we're going far too down the rabbit hole right
No,
now.
this is out his own mouth.
No, I get you.
I-
I'm not discrediting anything you're saying. I'm just saying in terms of where we're supposed to be going because I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
there's other
I
things
agree
we
with
wanna
that,
talk
yeah.
about. And I think we're going.
No, because he said random rappers. I'm like,
It's becoming tangential.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we're getting off topic.
So let's do that. Are we gonna go back to influential, or I think we talked about
Nah,
that enough?
you
Yeah,
forget-
I think we
Move
beat that
on,
to
bro.
death.
Next
next?
topic,
My
right?
shirt is influential.
Next topic, and this one is it's a more of a current topic than old rappers. Tory Lanez,
Bye.
duffed on your boy August Alsina.
Yeah, but why
How you
him
get
put-
credit for that?
Yeah, but by him putting out all that information or whatever happened, that just for his other case that he got going on.
I want to talk. I want to explain what happened so people don't know. So August Alsina is Jada Pinkett's boyfriend. No, August Alsina is on tour with Tory Lanez. He was on the.
They on tour?
They was on tour together.
It's a tour. It's a tour with it combines comedy and R&B.
Yeah.
So there's Rip Michaels. I
Rip
don't know if he's the
Michaels.
host, but he's definitely on the card.
Yep.
So
Facts.
Wait a minute. So if they on tour together, how did he get punched
go
in
ahead,
his face?
Charles.
for not
Let him
shaking
read the
hands?
story.
ahead,
Put it-
Charles.
put it to him.
Right.
Let me read the story real quick, and then we're gonna talk
Absolutely.
about it. Previously, it was reported that Tory Lanez allegedly attacked August Alsina, and is being investigated by the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office. When Alsina refused to shake Tory Lanez's hand while walking past him backstage at a show, so he was walking past.
Yep.
August Alsina was walking past Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez stuck his hand out. His video of this, and August Alsina walked right past him. August Alsina said he thought that Tory Lanez didn't like him, and he didn't want to shake his hand because Tory Lanez did a freestyle and said, "If I'm hitting Jada, I'm not gonna snitch like August." Something to that effect.
Can I ask you a question?
You can word it, but let me just say this, then you can talk.
No, I want
So
to finish. But how many shows did they do prior to this handshake incident?
I don't know.
You're doing too much hypothetical.
It might have been
Bro,
it was the first show.
man, you keep
I think
killing the flow
you know what I
topic.
think he need to put all the pieces together. Then he can make a honest
let him
opinion.
get the
So
flow going.
it was the first show.
Okay, thank you.
So then Rip Michaels, who was the host, he said that Tory Lanez has now been kicked off the rest of the tour following the incident because when he didn't shake his hand, he actually got in his face. His security surrounded him. They started like beefing and intimidating him. And then when he tried to explain why he didn't shake his hand, he claims that Tory hauled off and duffed on him. And he
No,
took.
that's not the claim. That's what Rip said. Rip said he was watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rip said he sucker shot him.
He sucker punched him,
Yeah,
and then August Alsina put a picture out of him in the elevator, slumped over with bloody mouth and this and that. So, I have different ways different angles I want to go.
Before
with
you
this,
go,
right?
because I want to
go ahead.
The reason why I asked the question, because y'all said tour. So this was the first stop.
That's the
First stop
So
of
if
the
I
tour.
do the first stop, tour didn't even start yet.
Right,
Go ahead.
right. So, and a matter of fact, neither one of them performed that night that the fight happened. So the fans came to see
So it wasn't
them.
even a tour.
They didn't even see neither one of them because he got busted and this guy went off and he tried to say nothing happened. I don't know what y'all talking about. He went on Instagram. I don't know what y'all talking about. I was chilling. Right. So I want to go two different angles. The first angle is Tory wrong?
Yes.
He didn't shake his hand. He kind of curved him, and that's disrespect.
So
So is he
what?
wrong?
Yeah, he's wrong.
Go ahead, Vic. Why is he wrong?
He should have expected. He should have knew something was gonna come after what he said on that whole.
So if I don't shake
the
your
first?
hand, you gonna punch me in my face in Charles' house?
That's not what he's saying.
That's not what he's
what
saying.
I'm saying.
That's not what he's saying.
He's basically saying that Tory
Tory
Lanez
Lanez
should have.
said-
You already said what
said
you
a
said.
diss,
So why would you
so-
reach your hand out to him like yo, what's good? You already
Exactly.
said
Why
the
would you
line.
expect somebody to shake your hand that you just did?
Yeah.
So if you
He
diss
said it in a
me,
diss song. That's different.
okay. So
Nah,
if
but-
you diss,
bro.
if you said, if you did a diss song and you mentioned me in that diss, and then
Why would you
put
reach
your-
out to
why
shake
you
my
gonna
hand?
Reach out to shake my hand. Why am I gonna
It's
shake
just
your hand?
comedy. It's WWE.
Nah,
No,
nah, bro.
no.
Hey, yo,
I'm just playing devil advocate. I don't know.
I
Devil's advocate.
understand, Dante. I'm with you. Go ahead.
if I say something about you, like, and I see you, I already said it. Why am I gonna reach my hand out to be like, yo, what's good? Like everything's
And
smooth.
more importantly, why should I expect
You to say what up to
wanna
me.
dap me up?
Do y'all really think that was a big problem? Him saying, if I was banging Jada, I wouldn't have said nothing?
This is one of the times
Evidently,
I gotta
'cause he
agree with
It's
Dante.
Yeah,
enough
to a
to
degree.
yeah.
leave your hand out there.
I'm seeing
It's
it
enough
from
to get
both
you left
angles.
hanging.
Like the thing is, I hate to
Hold
be
on,
the
can I
guy.
ask you a
I hate
question
to be
before
the guy who
first?
say this.
If y'all was
Go ahead.
banging Jada, would y'all have said anything?
You're going too far.
No, I'm asking the question. I'm
How does
asking
this
the
apply to
question.
the?
I
Explain to
see
me
what
how
you're
this
saying.
applies to the argument.
Because we arguing over lyrics.
Facts.
That's what we. No. That's the precursor.
No.
Yes, it is.
Let Fliz
Go ahead,
speak.
your words.
Let Fliz
Hold on,
speak.
hold on.
Let Fliz speak.
speak.
This
Let
is
Fliz
like
speak.
both sides are correct.
Yeah.
But I hate to be this guy to say within hip hop, childishness is prevalent.
Right.
Fact.
You know what? Because guess
Right.
what?
Right.
LL got beef with Cannabis for LL. That mic on. Let me borrow that.
Yeah.
I never took that to diss, but LL took that to a whole like level of like, nah, I'm dissing
Yes.
you with a whole verse.
Now
4, 3, 2,
you
1.
just touched on something
So
very,
no, I'm
very
saying in
real.
hip hop, childishness like is prevalent.
It's not
I
necessarily
hate saying that.
childishness. That's a rough word.
Well, it might be rough, but me personally, but also I hate the fact that why you gotta snuff somebody because they didn't reach out to your arm. But on the other hand, I am like, dude, you said something. Me as within the realm of hip hop, I said something about dude. I don't know how he might feel because people be duffing people in the face. You know what I mean? So on both sides, I'd be guarded like. So I might have been like, hey, what up?
So,
All right, I want-
so check
Yeah.
it
Go ahead.
out.
Go ahead,
You think they
TJ.
should have had a
I'm on both
conversation?
sides of the argument.
If that was the case, right? He dubbed him or whatever on the handshake. Yo, let me holler at you real quick. Know what I mean? Because we might have a miscommunication of what the line was.
But that's not.
And
But
that's
what
just-
TJ, he could have
But-
been putting his hand out for that.
Yeah. To say let me holler at you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he could
in
have.
front- he-
But at the end of the day, like if on some man to man, yo, let me holler at you. I know I said this about you.
Yeah, I would like the man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
talk to him
So that's
now, but
respectful. Am I correct?
Go ahead, Dante. I see your hand up.
You know what I mean?
I think everybody's correct.
Listen, everybody, listen. You know I like to deal with facts. Okay, you just made a song. We on a tour together. This is probably the first time they seen each other, correct?
Yeah, probably.
So, are we good? He said he's not good. Okay, you initiated the diss track, and then now you're initiating the punch. That's what I'm sitting up there saying. Just because I didn't shake your hand does not give you the right to swing on me.
Absolutely not.
That's my point I'm making. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Because if that's the case, I should be choking people.
August the only one that moved proper, in my opinion.
So let me say
August
something
the
though.
only one
August
that
was
moved on
mature.
some man shit.
August
Right.
was mature, the mature
Right.
one. That's what I'm saying.
Let me
Like,
say
he just
something
kept
though.
it
No.
moving.
Hold on. Before we go too far with this August was mature. I gotta clash with this because simple fact, right? August not no thug like that,
True.
right?
Right.
August not
I
a
love him.
gangster,
He's
right?
a Madonna.
In my opinion. He claims he has immune deficiency syndrome. He has different things, autoimmune problems.
Yep.
He said his doctor told him not to shake too many hands, so that's one of the reasons he didn't do it.
But he was a rap dude getting all up in them guts.
So what I'm saying is this: if I'm not a gangster, I'm not a thug, right? And I know Tory Lanez got this complex. He got this short man complex, right? And he wanted it don't take much, right? It don't take much. Now the mature thing, in my opinion, would be to go to the side. I've never had a beef with somebody that I didn't go to the side with them. Dudes that's ready to peel me, right? We gonna still go to the side. I'm not gonna not dap you. I'm not gonna ignore you. I'm not gonna be like, nah, I'm good. That leads to other things. So the mature thing to me is to have the conversation. If you watch the video, he looked at his hand, looked at him, looked away, and walked away like I ain't with. Like it was hard, right? It wasn't like.
Maybe he won the street grade.
What I'm saying is this: if you know you're not like that, and you are trying to be a mature adult, you handle that different. You know how the streets get. When somebody act like that, when they don't get dapped, that's in the streets, that's war, right? You showing a dude how you really feel. If a dude come around the way, y'all got smoke, and he put his hand out, you showing him, I don't rock with you. What's up, right? Am I lying?
Yeah, but in this instance, it's I don't rock with you, and you know why I don't rock with you.
But
So
in my
it's
opinion,
not so much a flex in a
but it is a flex to
it's not
Tory.
not, though.
If you're
dead
Tory,
wrong.
if
Yeah,
you're
but hold on,
Tory, it's a
Charles.
flex.
That's
You
just a
did
point,
say
point.
that.
Okay, so
You
now
said-
what we're doing now,
Saying
now we're
that
getting in the
if
realm
I walk away,
of rational and irrational.
And you know what else I wanna
Tory
say,
Lanez-
too?
Tory Lane,
Hold on,
his resume
Let me-
as of late is starting to lean in towards more irrational behavior.
Let me finish this thought too. Now, everybody had an August Alsina line. Every comedian had a punchline for August Alsina, right?
Yeah.
A year ago, 2 years ago, this guy was the butt of everybody's jokes. Everybody had a joke.
Jada.
It was a hot line, bro. August put himself out there. He said he was the one. Jada alluded to a younger man. Guess who came out and said, "It's me. I'm the younger man." He put himself in that situation. So everybody had a joke, right? It's a
Attention is
line.
the new currency.
Okay, now.
And now wait, so the line was, if I hit Jada, I wouldn't snitch like August. It's just a line.
Now, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
I'm on, my responses are only based on what I'm hearing in here.
Go ahead.
And what I'm hearing here, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it fell out of one of y'all's mouth that the context of that bar was in a diss song to August.
No,
No, it wasn't a diss.
It
Okay,
wasn't-
then
so-
you need to make that
was
clear.
No, he took it as a diss.
no.
It was just it was in a record.
It's a
It was like a
freestyle.
line.
That's okay. That's
It's not
different.
even a record. He was on
Because
he was on Instagram Live
the way
freestyle.
y'all made it seem like he had a diss song about
No.
August
No.
and dissed, and that was
He
one of the bars
took
where he
it
dissed
as
him.
a diss. Is what I'm saying.
Using it as a diss to who though?
No,
To him.
To him.
To him.
Okay, now we're back to disrespect. Now we're just back to disrespect.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's disrespect.
In my opinion, though, lad, I'm gonna be honest with
That's
you.
why I said that.
As a rapper,
As one
I'm
too.
eating that as a bar,
Right.
right? And as a rapper, if I'm not a mad emotional dude, I'm like, he got that bar off. And when I see him, I'm gonna be like, bro, you got that bar off. I'll give you that. It's gonna be funny to me because he took his hand out. Me, I don't got no beef with you, bro. Biggie dissed Kwame. Your life is played out like them
Kwame
fucking polka
did.
dots. Guess what Biggie did when he saw him? Apologized. Biggie apologized to Kwame.
So okay.
Did y'all know that?
Okay, so here's,
Kwame was mad. He made a
right,
whole
right, no,
record.
I knew that.
He made a whole record against Biggie.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
you
that.
fat motherfucker. Like he
I
made
did
a
not
whole
know that. I
record.
gotta find
Right,
that.
yeah.
That's like,
But Biggie said, I don't got no beef with Kwame, and he apologized to him.
Right.
And they made up.
So and here is what we can no longer say definitively, or as Dante said, the facts. What we can no longer say is fact. That and I need y'all to think about Tory Lanez. I need you to think about his character profile
Yeah.
and
We
his
have-
resume.
He's wild. He's a wild child.
Thank you. So with that being said, are we sure that he wouldn't have extended his hand out for a handshake and just so he could hold it, two suckers shot him?
No. There's first of
That's all
all,
I'm saying.
there's
It's a
no.
thought, no. Even though-
all
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying.
put past him.
I'm not saying it's right or
First
wrong.
of all, we gotta think why. Why does he hate
There's
this
a
man to
lot of
steal on him?
question
It
marks.
make no sense. They didn't have beef until the dude did it. But from me, it looked so disrespectful. For me, put it like this.
From August.
I think,
put it like
another
this.
variable I think that
No,
needs to be
no,
discussed
hold
too,
on. Who did
because what your and I'm going back to your argument
Go ahead.
about how to handle it maturely, right?
Yeah.
So another question I need to pose and how to and all of that is, what was the time lapse in between what the bar that fell out?
That was like a year ago.
No, he's
okay, perfect.
That was like a year ago.
Said, like Dante
Perfect.
said, it might be the first time that they seen each other.
It was.
Okay, and I call
And
bullshit.
August said
And I call bullshit.
August said I've never had a problem with him. I don't know why he did it. But go ahead.
Okay, so if we're speculating and we're buying into the premise that this is all centered around the bar that he said, right?
Facts.
And in between the time he dropped the bar and the tour, 365 calendar days have elapsed, and that's the first time you can see me in the fucking internet age. You couldn't have reached out to me to have this conversation,
Facts.
nigga. Fuck both of y'all.
So let me
I don't
just
mean
say.
y'all. I mean them. I mean them. I mean them.
That's
Like,
why I
so
said
if
that.
these are hot button issues that hit your emotions
But
at a
that's why I
certain
said-
level,
that's
you
why I
need
said
to address that shit immediately.
But wait
They
a
could have
minute.
had a
Year later
conversation.
when we about to do business
Yeah.
and be on the road together,
he-
fuck out of
They
here.
could have had the conversation.
He said,
I
Only-
see. Oh, I see, homie. Oh, I ain't seen him in this long. Or we haven't. You know what I mean?
Or
I don't got his number. I
let me
couldn't.
hit him
Whatever.
up.
Whatever it
And see,
may
to me,
be.
I
right?
hold bullshit
But-
on a motherfucker
but
that
it's like-
waits to that point. A whole year.
Who you talking?
Oh, yeah.
Which one you
He's
mad
saying
at?
that Tory's
Either
saying
one.
that either one.
Either
but at
one.
the end of the day, it's like that's
Either
why I
one.
said
If
they could have had
August
the
felt some
conversation.
sort of way, call Tory. Yo, man, I feel some sort of way.
But he don't
if
know
it's,
him.
If it,
He claims he doesn't know him.
But yeah, but how easy is it? These dudes do features
Come on,
with each
man,
other
a
and
lot
don't
of
even
people-
know each other.
a
You know
lot
how
of-
easy it is for camps to make them calls? Come on, man. I
I
call
mean,
bullshit.
people- somebody
I call,
got
in
connected
the
and
information age, there's too many ways to contact. There's too
I
many
feel
ways.
like-
Hey,
Go ahead,
hey,
TJ. Go ahead,
He
TJ.
could have DM'd him, like he said. He could have DM'd. It's internet, so it was like, yeah, he could have sent him a,
Hey,
You're
a
gonna
little
put them
message. Let me
celebrities
holler
on
at you.
DM each other?
Yeah.
Hey, time out.
Right,
Playboys.
Yeah.
Listen, this is why I keep saying we gotta deal with the facts. Because when you bring a word speculate, okay, here's the thing. We don't know if they tried to exchange and try to get in touch with each other. One of the things that
We do know, apparently, based on the fact they said this is the first time they've seen each other, right?
I know that's the first time in a tour.
But
Here's the thing: we don't know if they tried to get in contact with each other.
I truly believe.
Remember,
I'm
it's the
almost.
same
Don't
people
quote me on
that
this.
said-
I think that they did
We don't
say
know. We weren't there.
Tory tried to reach out and
Okay,
he was like,
nah.
"Well, I don't have nothing to talk about."
Because you know what? We
Oh,
keep,
before that.
you know what we keep.
I'm not
talk-
100%, but I
we keep
think I
talking
heard
about
that.
Tory Lanez character. Let's talk about this man's.
That's
character.
what I'm getting at.
Thank you. This man seems like he like attention. Because when
Yeah.
Jada sat up there and said, no, let's look at the facts. Jada said, I laid with a young man. He didn't have to jump out the window.
They say it
No,
was
you're
him.
right. You're
Yeah,
right.
and
Right,
so
but
then
a young
as
man-
soon
that
as-
goes
then
back
as
to
soon
why
as
Tory
Lanez
Lanez said
slapped
that.
him,
Come on.
what do you
Yeah,
do?
as soon as you
He's
open
in
your
the
mouth-
elevator.
You ain't gonna brag about
I
it?
totally
You
agree.
ain't gonna brag?
You
And
open
you-
yourself up for whatever comes your way once you open your mouth and say, "Hey, I'm the mystery man."
Yeah,
right?
correct.
You do. However, you know what else? Everybody who comes at you has to eat too. Your backlash. However, you decide to clap back.
Right.
And if that man reached out to him, and if that man, let's go based in like Charles said, he's not 100% sure. But let's just. But if that man if Tory reached out to him,
And then he declined.
and he declined, that's where it dies. That's where it dies.
Lad,
That's where it's supposed to die.
Okay.
Right? And now and Tory just walks away like, fuck him then. Right?
Listen,
You don't
listen,
like me,
listen,
all right, whatever.
listen.
But to try and reunite it a year later with a handshake, I still feel like that's a shoulder type conversation.
Listen. I'm gonna bring something that happened. Me and T, we know about this. All right. No names are gonna be said, but I'm just gonna say the situation. Yeah, Charles, hurry up and get over here. I want you to hear this.
Go ahead.
Why are
Now,
you talking bad about me?
no.
Go ahead.
So listen, there was a problem behind the scenes. Now there was a problem behind the scenes. I know this dude was rocking with the people I had a problem with. This is no street stuff, so people don't get it twisted.
It's all business.
So now, because he was being a peacemaker with the two people, 'cause I was showing him what happened.
Yeah.
So I showed him the DMs and everything else. He's seen it. Now he didn't make a judgment on what I was saying, because he was just like, "Yo, I'm gonna reach out to this party, and I'm gonna say something to them." So when he did that, what did he come back and say to me? "Yo, reach out to him." See, that's what I said. If we did this, I know other people could do this. So I reached out to the person, and actually the situation got worse. Not because of me, because of how the party operate. So now here's the thing: did he change the narrative of how he looked at me or the party? Because he see I tried to reach out, didn't work, but now he see how the party's operating on their end. Now he can see why it doesn't work, and now he's like, "Oh, now I can't rock with that." So you're not gonna get me to believe that in an industry where everybody knows everybody, and there's a way they have a way of getting in touch with each other.
He's basically saying somebody knows somebody
Yes.
that can get in
that's
contact
what-
with.
Yeah, but I was never disputing that.
No. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. So for me to get me to believe that was their first time, because I'm going by what Homeboy did.
And that's why he
As soon as
said
he got knuckled up, 'cause there's only
He
two.
posted it.
There's only two people I know in the history
And
of
he's
rap that
posted
got
it.
knuckled up and posted it. Joe Buttons and that dude.
Yeah, but you know what? At least they took it like a man, and they at least.
But
why post it?
because here's something that y'all ain't thinking of in terms of their end, right? If they're not them type of dudes, what they're trying to show is the dark side of this other dude, right? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not that dude, but look
But
at this
guess
sucker ass
what?
motherfucker.
Guess
did
what
to
that
me.
triggered too?
It's one of those
That
type of
triggered
things.
because he still got another case going on.
Right.
So
Right,
why?
'cause let's
Like,
not forget he shot Meg Thee Stallion in the toe. Like
Look, listen, I'm not the. I'm
allegedly.
You should have put that in the
Allegedly.
song.
I'm the
He
first-
said he shoot a girl in the toe.
I'm the first one to. I'm the first one to say when Tory Lanez does something. I'm the first one out the window, right? Be like, yo, this dude, here he go again with this bull. And this is bull. You don't gotta do this. You don't gotta punch nobody in the face because they didn't dap you. But what I'm gonna say is, this is really, really 50-50, if not more.
On both.
Or it's 50-50 on both sides, and if not more, a little bit to me on August, because I think August is an attention whore, right? I think he do stuff for attention.
He posted it first.
He claims that they try to leak it, so he did it too. He claims that they leaked it first. He claims that Tory's can't.
Control the narrative. That's
So he tried to jump, but the picture is him in the back of the elevator, slumped. His eyes is closed, his mouth. So that means he said, "Hold up, take the picture. Wait a minute. Let me get in the back of the elevator. Let me get slumped down. Let me wait. They probably took 25 pictures of him like that.
Pick the right one.
Pick the right
They had a
one.
photo shoot
Then he
of
got
him.
his lip. He pulling his lip down. He doing all this goofy stuff. So I'm like, bruh. And when you look at it, and when you really listen to what he's saying, he's like, 8 security guards. One of them had a weapon. I could see him with the weapon on his hip. They were surrounding me. They were flanking me. This whole story, it's a trumped up thing. He was puffing on a blunt that had cocaine in it because the way he looked in his eyes, and he's a leprechaun. It's a whole story, right?
Narrative.
And I'm like,
So
I'm
give
listening
this
to the
DA.
when you listen to the story. When you listen to the story, and he's like 8 security guards, you're like, oh, they must have jumped him. Then you get to the end of the story, no one touched him. Only person punched him was Tory Lanez. So I'm like, why are you talking about his security? You making it like you got jumped. You making it like you was scared for your life. You making it like this guy holding a weapon. Okay, I understand all that. You was afraid. Okay, but at the end of the day, the guy you calling the leprechaun is the one that duffed you. 1-on-1. So why are you going in here? Why you in the elevator slumped like this? You just showing us that a dude that's a foot shorter than you dumped on you, and you ain't do nothing about it.
That's the street stuff coming out of you.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, it was 8 dudes around. None of them touched me. Well, did they hit you with the butt of the gun? No, they didn't. Did he spit it? No, nothing. Just the little one. The little one did it. Like, look how goofy. It sounds goofy. So it's like, bruh, it don't make no sense to me.
Chill, man.
It don't make no sense. So to me, I'm sizing it up. I'm like, he looking for attention. And when he did it, when he ignored the dude's hand, that was for attention.
Right. I agree.
The dude didn't do a full diss record. He did one line. If you didn't like it, say that.
You could have had a conversation right there.
Had a conversation.
Everybody's there. Hey, yo, let me holler at you real quick.
To me, if I'm from the streets, I know looking at his hand, looking at his eye, looking away, walking away from him, that's a problem. That's not how you handle that. And we all know that. Let's be honest. We all know that. Right, T?
Yeah.
T said he would have duffed him himself.
I would have been like, yo, let me holler at you. Everybody inside, we grown men.
Did you
Let
see
me
how he
holler at you
looked?
over here. However you feel.
There it is.
However you feel, right then and there, we can handle that and go back to the
And you
show,
know what?
bro.
That's probably what happened. And they did that. And then when they got over there, August probably was acting crazy, like
And
on
my
some
thing is
tough stuff.
That whole the timeline is bothering me because I refuse. Like I can't get past
Yeah, but you call
in a
bluff.
year's time, and I am.
You
I'm
call
calling
bullshit.
bullshit. It can't be. Y'all about to go make money on this tour.
And that too,
You
they
do
just-
dumb
they
shit like
both-
fight each other.
so he just
both
messed up
people
money
off the fucking
too.
tour. A night goes and 2 people on the fucking card ain't on the card. Folks want their money back. You're fucking with other people's bread, not just your own bread.
Yeah.
You're fucking with promoters' bread.
They
You
should
understand what I'm
I
saying?
feel like
So
That's why I said, who put the two
I
together?
refuse to believe
The promoter,
that
whoever-
this
or
this
whoever's
little
on the
issue
tour.
between whether I call bullshit on the fact that one party didn't know how the other party was feeling. I call bullshit. Everybody knew how everybody felt, and that shit should have been settled and dealt with long before the fucking first day of the
And
tour.
that's
Long
basically what
before.
Dante
Because it
just
wasn't
said.
like they
Who
called
put
you
them together on the
Wednesday and
tour?
said, yo, let's tour on Saturday. You knew that tour was coming.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I
So
call
that's
bullshit.
yeah. So that's a fact
both
too.
of them.
So all right, boom. Oh, he's on the tour. Yo,
Right.
yo, can we link up with him before this even drops off and have this conversation? That's
exactly because we need to know which way we
What it
moving
is.
during this tour.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't fucking with us, fine. Now we just move
The way
we
it's
you're
accordingly.
right. We stay. Your name stays out of my mouth, and vice versa. And our camps just move independent of each other.
Facts.
If we can get past it, let's go get this fucking
get
money.
the money.
And stop bullshit.
That's
so
why
that's
it
why I
sound
call
like-
bullshit.
it sound
For as
like
much
it
as
was
motherfuckers talk about the
manufactured,
bag, Well, motherfuckers talk about the bag. You fucking up the bag. You both fucking up the bag. From that monkey shit that August is doing and the monkey reaction from Tory.
Facts.
Everybody's fucking up the bag. So
This is hip hop discussion. This is what I mean. Like when I for lack of a better term, when I use childishness, like you know what I mean, because I just can't think of a better term. Then like all this, we're talking about it, but it's over a fight. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Me, I'm not the dude who thinks you should just go around punching people for nothing.
Agreed.
That's just me. But on the other hand, you gotta move smart too. Like I'm seeing both sides of the coin. Tory Lanez, August Alsina is an attention whore. We know that. But now that lies in Tory Lanez's court. The ball's in his court. Like, all right, you got a case going on.
Exactly.
You can't go punching people, so you gotta mature up now too. And it's like both sides got accountability. Cause guess what? He's going to snitch. He's the attention whore.
And you know that.
Yeah,
And you know that.
Hey, yo,
that's my thing.
what do you think
know
he
that
put
going
out
in.
the footage
Why even
for?
give the
So
satisfaction?
now I'm saying both sides gotta hold accountability. All right, he dissed you. Like I don't even know. We're just saying that we don't know because you said Charles. You said August said I have no problem with him. So it sounds like the way he's probably lying to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Of course, you know if somebody diss you on a rap record. You know what I mean? If you're a star, you heard somebody diss
Right.
you. So you can't call bullshit. So I'm saying everybody got pieces of something that's right, but it's like, but this is hip hop. This is what hip hop does.
And
He
it's
raised his head. He raised his head.
How serious y'all want to get tonight?
Yo, hold up before you go. Could I end it on this note with this
Please.
situation? So now that he punched him in his face, that's all done. Wait, we don't have to speculate.
There's another
Now
can
you
of worms
think-
open for him.
Now you think that they're gonna use him punching this guy
And the court.
as a justification of shooting Shorty?
If I'm Meg's lawyer, fucking right.
Hell, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
As a
Yeah.
lawyer, you use
Hey, yo, at the end of the
anything,
day,
everything
you know what's
you
going on right now?
To win.
They're trying to get him out of
But
here.
listen, okay, I didn't
Tory
I didn't wanna
Lanez
go-
is
I didn't wanna go to that. I wanna go
boy for
whatever-
when Keeping it real goes wrong.
Hell yeah.
Yo,
you idiot.
go ahead,
Yeah.
Charles. I just wanted to say that because my thing was, it seemed like
That's
this
probably
this
what
whole
Charles
thing was
supposed to go with it,
manufactured.
too.
It doesn't even make sense.
No. It's
not
right
me.
in line to what Tory
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
It's right in line with his jackassery. Totally in line.
Like it's weird.
I'm not
It's
surprised at
weird,
all.
You know, like
That's
you
what I'm
would-
saying. It's weird.
I got an industry question. We're gonna
Yeah.
move on from this topic.
Yep.
Yep.
It was just reported, and we're gonna talk about the state of the industry. How y'all feel about the music industry? They're giving pennies on the dollar these days.
Yep.
And how y'all feel about
Talking
it?
about the streams.
Piss me off.
Future has
So
sold
this
He sold his
Yup.
catalog.
his
yeah.
publishing rights, and I talked about this on several other shows. People are selling these catalogs.
Chuck D sold his.
Yeah.
Yep, he sold 600 songs for 65 to 75 million dollars.
Okay.
612 titles from 2004 to
No, he got robbed.
2020.
Yeah, he got,
Future
right,
got
got
robbed.
more.
No, I'm sure.
So
he
let's
got
talk
robbed
about it.
some way,
Let me
but-
read this, and we're gonna say Renee McLean, Influence Media partner and founding advisor, commenting on the deal. Future is a cultural icon. He continues to be a blueprint for impact and success in the music industry, and has reinvented music in ways that no one has expected. Future also commented, "I put everything into my music, and I wanted to make sure these were in good hands as I thought about the next chapter of these songs. I'm proud to partner up with Renee and the team at Influence Media." The deal was said to be in the high 8 figures, which Billboard estimated was around 65 to 75 million dollars. What's your take on this right here, Lad? About to call Lad Vlad.
I know. I did that earlier.
What's your thoughts, Lad? The music business. You want me to speak a little bit more?
Yeah, like just yeah.
Why is everybody selling their
So
masters?
where I'm going with it is, our heroes that we revere
Right.
used to tell us, own your masters.
Yup.
We just watched the Wu-Tang show
Right.
where RZA told the old dirty bastard, I'm not letting you go to Def Jam. I'm making you go to Elektra because we can get your masters.
Right, yep.
It was all about masters.
Sure.
And now RZA, 20 years later, sold the Wu-Tang masters.
Yeah.
Half of them.
Yeah.
When he sat there and told us in the 90s, it was all about owning your masters. Lil Wayne sold his masters.
Yeah.
Chuck D sold his masters. RZA sold his masters. If I think long enough, I can give you 10
Sure,
more.
absolutely. I understand where you're going.
And now Future just sold his masters.
Yeah.
What this is signaling to me,
Music's done.
that the music business, as we know it, it's good to. So if you a creditor with mad dough, Like the guy that just gave a billionaire just gave Irv Gotti $300 million for that catalog. He sold the master for that Murder Inc. catalog, and I think it goes to 600 million line of credit because Irv Gotti wants to move to the next chapter. He wants to do movies and all this and that. So our culture right now is selling the masters that we revered so much. And I'll even go even further. I know a dude that a few years ago that was rocking with me. Somebody wanted to pay for him to release a whole album, but the guy wanted to keep the rights to it, and he wouldn't let him. He's going to give him upfront thousands to make this album, and he was going to get portions of the income, but the guy would own it. And he asked me, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I already know what. Sometimes people ask you stuff that they already know what they're gonna do. Right. So I didn't want to even give the answer. But I was like, why not throw this guy an album? Take the 10 grand, whatever he's offering you, and let him have that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you are an artist, you can make more.
But this was like 9 years ago, so it's like people are still. I need to own my mask. I need ownership. Like that. Which you do need ownership. But as we're seeing, slowly but sure, even I think Sting, like a couple of the big giant rock stars are selling them records. They giving them to these big companies that got billions because the company going to sit on it for years. Mm-hmm. They're going to sell it to commercials. You're going to see it on TV. They're going to put it in the what we talking, the metaverse. They're going to find ways to monetize your albums. NFTs and everything else. But rappers right there, they don't got time for that. They need the money now.
I guess that was going to be my question. Like,
go ahead.
What is stopping us from doing that? You know how much more control the musician can take back if you just make those fucking moves. You know
Slow down. You're right, but to somebody who has a catalog worth $75 million, for it to make that $75 million, and these sales not what they really not giving you nothing on these streams.
Right.
So he's looking at it like, bruh, I'm going to take this gigantic bag right now, and you can do whatever you want with that music. So at that point, he don't need to own it. He got the bag he was looking for in the first place. Ownership only means we getting the bag. So they looking at it like, just give me the bag now and take the music.
Yeah, we got to look at the way music evolved. Like, there's obviously something going on. Yes. Because where there's smoke, there's fire, and guess what? The house is burning. Everybody's selling their masters, which means they know something.
They know something that we don't know.
They know something.
What I was gonna say is this: recently, we got a call. People want to work with me, right? Not just recently, but a few months ago, right? And basically, it was like a single type of deal or distribution or whatever, right? So, but they wanted my publishing, all of it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
There's something in there.
But it was like, they didn't even want to negotiate.
Water.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, why would I do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a situation.
Right.
It was connected to some major people.
Now you have more incentive to not do that. The person I'm talking about left the game completely after that. It wasn't Dante. It was somebody. But this person, they didn't even do nothing else anyway. So they could have got that bag.
Got the bag and just kept it moving.
You in it to be in
like,
it.
nah, I'm good.
You with it. But this person was like, they was leaving anyway. So why not take that bag? But they was stuck on ownership. Like, I ain't doing that because they going to own my stuff. Like, I'm sitting there like, bro, the age we at, just throw that album, throw them 8, 10, 9 songs to them. Let them have it. Right? But that's where we leading to now. They looking at it like, owning this stuff ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, it's not the same game.
I thought about it. Like, I can open up some other doors, but I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yo, I was looking at it like, I don't know how true this is. I just heard this like on some background talking. I heard like maybe like 1 million Spotify spins don't even give you a full 10 G's.
Nah, they give you like 5, 6.
No, it's like 8 or 9. It's like 8 between 8.
Yeah, like I heard like 8, something like that.
But that's when you don't negotiate. Certain labels can negotiate it a certain way, and they don't stop at 1 million. So these people making multi-millions of.
No, I know, but like let's say like pick the biggest artist right
that's
now.
That's crazy to say.
So NBA Youngboy is
it's crazy to get 8 G's off 1 million spins.
So that's what I'm saying. Imagine someone. Hold on 1 second, my bad. Imagine someone who gets, let's say, 100 million spins. What does that equate to? Like, like what is that? 80,000, something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing the math wrong. So you mean to tell me I could just get 75 million off you for selling
Right
this
now.
instead of worrying about getting 10 billion spins that you might not get? Like,
Facts.
give me my 75 million.
And what he probably
You know
saw,
what I mean?
he probably saw that's slowing down. Songs from 2004 for Future is probably slowing down.
So he said, "Let me get the bag right now."
Get it now.
So that's why I can see if someone's gonna say has 75 million for your catalog. Oh man,
What's that game that you gotta when you starting to see that it's slowing down? You gotta take it. You gotta make. I think it's Monopoly or something. When you see that it's starting to, you gotta make a sale real quick, or before you lose. I don't know what game.
Life.
it is,
So
but-
that's why Chuck D. That's why Chuck D took that. Give me that.
Go ahead.
and
Vic.
that's
I
the
know
one
you
that told me everything when Chuck D sold. I was like, oh, something wrong. Go ahead,
You have
Dante.
to write- I think to Flizz's point, real quick, that with Chuck D, Chuck D saw the writing on the wall.
they know something.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
like, yeah,
I
let's
agree.
get this money.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Okay.
Story time
Now,
with Dante.
you're supposed to be my boy.
I got you, bro. But it's
Okay,
story time with
listen.
Dante. Let's go.
Now you know what happened. I'm gonna show you what happened, and lad, you're gonna probably see this with me. If you go back to the days when we first came out, we was first rapping and everything. There wasn't so many rappers, and everybody was not trying to get in the game for the money. You had to actually be nice to even get a record deal. You had to have some kind of buzz for people to even recognize you as being nice. Like everybody didn't have access to go on YouTube, DistroKid. See, I told y'all before, nobody want to listen to me. Listen to me and understand that Terminator is out there. No. But what I was saying is basically this. I told people the labels control DistroKid. Prove me wrong, I dare you. They control TuneCore and they control United Masters or whatever it is. Now, what happened is because you got all this saturation, it devalued music. See, when you got an artist like Future, like Designer showed you, I can imitate Future. Now, they had the power to shut him down before, but you ain't got the power to shut down all these other Futures that's coming up now. Because again, we could all go and load up music on DistroKid, and as long as you got a fan base, you're gonna make money off of it. And I believe them dudes was making money, but when you got a distribution behind you, remember, you gotta pay that label first before you even see a dime. And depending on how much they gave you,
Right, whatever your advance was.
yeah, because a lot of people don't understand. Like when you hear these dudes say, "Yeah, I gotta advance $1 million," you owe the label 2.5. It ain't no you giving them back $1 million. You're out of
There's
that,
juice on that.
Yeah.
right? Exactly.
Interest.
And plus with these 360 deals, because you don't even hear about these no more. I own not only what you do with your music, but I'm owning what you do with your clothing. They even tried to get people tour money.
That's some 360 deals.
Right. So again, when you see these people cashing out, you see the writing on the wall. Because again, where is music going right now? Because anybody, look at this girl right now. Did y'all hear about this chick? I don't know if it was her, but some girl, a club paid her $5,000 to do a show, but because she feel like she hotter than what she was when they offered, she said, "I ain't doing it till you give me 15." Now, when you got a girl off the street who got hot off a World Star and everything, who gonna come and demand $15,000, that, the game is oversaturated. The game is done. Because that means anybody that can get hot for the moment could come up there and say, "I want a bag for 20 grand."
But that's what they do, though.
That's what they
I know.
do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
But promoters too, though, try to get you before you. They see you about to blow and get you for that bag. That happened to I think it
bag
was
change.
Young Ma, Young Ma.
Yeah.
They saw that she was about to blow. Everybody started getting her for this little low, and then she blew, and then it was
And
what
then
it was.
But again,
Look
see,
who's doing it now. Look who's doing it. Big Mike.
who's that?
DJ Big Mike. He sees people that have potential that.
Oh, he been doing that for years. We know about that.
Yeah, all right.
That's
so
why when you
what
said
I'm
it.
saying, that look at Big Mike. He does that like with these people. I never heard of So Ice or So Icy or something. The girl rapper.
You talk about. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Ice.
that's what I'm.
Ice
Like, I
Spice.
never heard of her, and how I wouldn't have even heard of her if it wasn't Big Mike that said come performing live in Connecticut. Like,
I ain't hear her till
This
when
girl
is she the one that Drake took?
Yes,
she the one
yup,
that Drake
yes.
took?
Yeah.
I never heard of her
But
till Drake
notice
took.
that
Never heard of
once
that.
Drake, her bag went up.
Yeah.
Her bag. It doesn't matter if he smashed or not. And I'm not allegedly, because he unfriended her after whatever.
That's allegedly too.
I don't
listen.
care. But the fact of the matter is, like I said, when you see people just giving away masters, when back in the day we was all trying to get the masters, that lets you know What we're doing right now is the purity of music. Because again, your man didn't want to sell his masters because of what? How he was brought up and his pride.
I got a question.
Because I would have sold. What album? You want Martyr?
I got a question. We've been here for a while. Now I don't know what y'all want to do, but I got two things we could do, or we could do one of them.
So
But I know that
work
one
in
of
the
them-
morning, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we can do none of them. But I'm gonna say that for the next time. But
No.
the last thing we're gonna the last
Nah,
thing I
then
want
give
to
us a choice between the two.
Okay.
This kid's boy daughter over here.
The last so we can do the 25
Bubba Sparks.
most obscure that you should know list. Right? Because if we say obscure, they're gonna be like, he's not obscure. So we can be like, only everybody not gonna remember, but the people that remember are gonna be like, what you mean Ill and Out Scratch is obscure? Like, you know what I'm saying? We could be like the 25 most obscure rappers you should know. Or we could do a line for line Ether verse takeover.
No, we do the Ether takeover next week. We doing that. That's
yeah.
good.
Okay.
Cause that line for line,
Yes.
Ether takeover.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
So this week we're gonna do the 25 most obscure 25 random and obscure rappers. And I think I'm gonna start it off with who did I say earlier?
You said Mike Geronimo.
I'm
You
putting
would've gave him a
Teflon.
call.
I'm not gonna put Mike Geronimo because I'm gonna get a lot of problems.
Put Mike Geronimo and put your name next to it.
Matter of fact,
Stars only in parentheses.
so Teflon.
All right, so that's Teflon. So there's 24 left. There's 6 of us. Everybody gets 4. Yeah?
I like it.
How about
That's some
Tragedy
quick math right there.
Gaddafi?
Who did you say?
He said
Tragedy Gaddafi.
Man, you trying to have us beat up?
Hey, come on.
He be out here.
That's Half Pint's brother.
Explain what you mean. That's one of the songs.
DJ Half Pint
Yeah,
106.
that's half point.
Gaddafi.
That's his brother.
So we got Teflon. So all right, so you do your 4. I'm gonna do my 4. I'm gonna say Teflon.
Yuck mouth.
Yuck mouth. Who said yuck mouth? Vic.
Yeah.
Yuck mouth. Okay.
Yo, he passed away, right?
Operation
Mac Dre.
Lockdown. That
Mac
album
Dre.
was banger.
Mac Dre.
You didn't know all West Coast dudes.
Yeah, I'm not know he did Wesley's.
I'm about to
You
get
gonna say
these.
Spice One
That
too?
that Looney's
Yeah.
album though, that Operation
Looney's,
Lockdown.
yeah.
Nigga, that shit is
I
fire.
told you you like West Coast.
I do.
Yeah.
I like everything. I can give you fire
Oh,
albums
what
from every
about- what
region.
about,
every region.
What is the
Go ahead, keep it
not the
going.
Alcoholics. What
Damn, I'm
say?
mad because I was great find these
What's
dudes
the
and
dudes
didn't.
that pun got the song with?
Cuban Links.
Oh,
Beat
Peanuts?
Beat Nuts.
Beat nuts.
Chill out. We are not gonna say beating us obscure.
Not at all. It was
We
the
can't
God.
say
How many
that.
records did? How many albums they had? 2, right?
Whoa, more
I
than
mean,
They just dropped an
they had
album.
3 albums, right?
More than
dropped an
3.
album.
They just dropped the
They're
recent
still,
album.
they're still dropping albums. They're still,
If we
That's
put,
like, no,
you know
they
what?
do
That's his
production.
pick.
Mike
We gonna
Jones.
respect his pick.
Put his name
they
next
did
to it.
He said put his name next.
Put his name
I'm
in
just,
parentheses.
I'm just
Production credits
thinking
on Miles
random.
Grimes.
I'm just thinking random.
That's right.
Huh?
You got a Miles Grimes.
Psycho Les got a couple of production joints on my
Yeah, I was talking to Miles Grimes about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I said Teflon. I'm trying to think of these 2 damn twins. I can't get these. I'm gonna find them, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Who? Ill and Out Scratch?
Can it play?
No.
Kid Play.
You putting Ill and Out Scratch? Ill and Out Scratch?
I'm just saying random names. I don't know.
Ill
You gotta explain
and
this list.
Al Scratch.
Like random obscure rappers, but you still know who they
You
are.
still. Oh.
You can't
The
name,
25
like,
best random
Bubba
obscure
Sparks.
rappers.
He said Bubba
Bubba
Sparks.
Sparks.
What about
Bubba
Mud-
not obscure,
what about
though.
Mud Kids.
What did
Mud
you-
Kids, hell yeah.
What did he say?
He said Bud Kid.
Mud Kids. They on there.
Hey, who them?
See, then we gonna start naming random local, a bunch of local
Naming
people.
local cats.
I don't care.
Let me see. So,
Wait, explain it again. It's
Thurston
Obscure
Howell the
rappers-
third, bro.
Obscure rappers, but you
Oh.
people know.
I'm
Like,
gonna put
you can't name,
Thurston.
like, someone
Thurston
like-
Howell. the
Nobody's
third.
gonna say that they're not
someone
gonna.
obscure rapper
Third
nobody
base.
even knows.
Yeah.
They're not obscure. They're not obscure. They had.
EPMD.
You got a platinum
Oh,
singer.
no.
I don't
what?
know.
He's just naming people now.
You're about to get kicked out the
Yeah,
house.
yeah, no.
EPMD is nobody's obscure.
Hell no. So think in the lane of like,
Yo, did y'all remember Bootleggers? I mean,
Oh
what was the
my
name of that
God.
group? That's some bootleggers.
Oh, that's what we talk like that, like
Bootleggers.
bootleg. You get your leg
Leg
broke.
Yeah.
But that wasn't called the bootleggers. They
Brothers
was,
of the black market.
Nah,
that's what it was called.
No,
Brothers of
what's
the black
homeboy-
market.
what's
Their joint was
homeboy,
called Living in a Bottle.
What's
No,
homeboy?
that's
Tap
right,
the
he's
bottle
right.
and
It was a-
twist
it was
the
a-
cap.
it was a-
What's
Top the bottle and
Oh,
twist the
YBT,
cap.
Young Buck,
YBT.
Yeah.
young teenagers, whatever.
YBT, yeah.
What's them dude's name? Hood Rats.
Hood Rats.
Hood Rats.
How about the
See,
youngsters?
that's more
The
obscure.
youngsters,
The
yeah, I can
youngsters.
see that.
What about the
Hood
youngsters?
Rats,
What
Headhunters.
about that group that did from
Headhunters was.
I'm
Headhunters was a low budget
Yeah.
grave diggers.
I was gonna say grave diggers. I'm
I
for grave
want to say
diggers.
Swallow Dwellers.
But Rithers and that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cellar Dwellers.
Now, what about
That's what I was talking about.
They ain't
Oh,
twins.
Cellar Dwellers.
Cellar
not
dwellers.
twins.
Hold on, let me look. I think
And
I
they ain't
saw.
Yeah.
from
Oh no,
Queens,
you're
they
talking
from
about
Brooklyn.
UMCs.
No, I'm talking about cellar dwellers.
They from Brooklyn.
Hold
That's why
on.
we was like, what
Cellar
you talking about?
dwellers. Cellar dwellers.
CELA.
what's homeboy's name who was down
Dwellers.
with the Outlaws? I mean the
That's what I was talking about.
Not Outlaws.
Cellar.
Jersey?
Perfect
He's from
match.
Jersey. What was his
Yeah,
name?
that's
They
what.
worked with
Swallow
Eminem.
Dwellers. Yeah.
They were
I can't think of the name.
Cellar dwellers ain't twins.
No, they ain't twins.
Nah, they just homies. I
They ain't
believe.
even related. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
They
that's
from
what I was talking.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, they just homies.
That's what I was talking about.
They did the Monopoly joint.
Cellar dwellers.
They did the Monopoly.
Dude,
They was on loud records.
You want to get
Yeah.
hit with a mic?
That
I
was
love
crazy,
them.
bro.
Yo,
That
why?
was crazy.
How could the dudes you coming out as the people I love? I love Swallow
Dollars
Dwellers and Mike Geronimo. I love them dudes.
I'm gonna put Made Men.
You can put Made Men
You
on
trying to
there.
get us beat up, Vic?
Man, forget Benzino.
Hey, chill
Yeah,
out.
I said
Hey,
that.
whoa, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
With the Detroit versus everybody shirt. And them Boston dudes was still.
Um,
Hold on, who y'all say before Made Men? Y'all said before
Hood
Cellar
Rats.
Dwellers. Cellar Dwellers. Cellar
What
Dwellers. I
about
got
the
Hood
youngsters
Rat.
on there?
I can put the youngsters.
Huh?
Cellar
about
Dwellers.
Alpha
Yeah,
Rock.
Alpha Ryan, like J. Rue the Damage and them, right?
Oh, what's
Not J-Rule.
what's that group? Run DMC had
Did
The
I watch
Afros.
somebody?
Oh, I got
Afros.
one. That's an
Yeah.
ice machine. That's an ice machine.
Oh man, I was like,
Def Jeff.
dropping rhymes on drums, nigga. That
Jeff,
was my
Jeff.
shit.
So
You
that's
had
the
to
case.
go
that
back
you-
up there.
What about Paris then?
Power. I put in
Young
Paris
Z.
too.
Young Z.
Young
That's
Z.
Who was Young Z?
Little
Yeah.
Zane.
You
Little
remember Young
Zane.
Z?
Yeah, yeah.
YZ. It was in Young Z.
No,
YZ.
Young Z.
JT Money.
Young Z, he was on the
Ooh.
song with
Yes.
the Fugees in them.
I'm gonna put YZ.
Case one was a
Yeah.
good
Oh, I'm gonna
That
put
was that
JT
shit, nigga.
Money. JT Money.
Yo, JT Money, right? So you remember that joint?
Yeah.
Yo, JT Money had another joint, right?
Who that?
And we was taking.
Who that? Who
Young
that? Who?
MCs.
No, right.
Detroit.
But he had
Young
another
MCs.
joint. He had another joint
That's
that
Detroit.
when we went to Daytona, right? Went to Daytona, Florida. We was bringing Kev Dad to Bethune-Cookman. It was his freshman year. We went out to the club. And they was like, yo, and I'll never forget it.
J.O.
Because
Felony,
this was
you
before,
J.O.
before
Felony.
Who Dat. But it was a JT Money joint. And the name of the joint was called I Hate Hoes. And then the hook went just like this. I hate hoes and they hate me. And then the chorus of hoes came on and said, he hates hoes and we hate him, nigga. And
In the South, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna
yo,
put
they
Boss.
went ape shit with that
I
shit.
know.
What about Bahama
They went
Dia?
absolute ape shit, nigga.
Oh,
Listen.
we gonna get beef for that. I'm gonna put
What I'm
Bahama
saying,
Dia.
though,
New York.
Bahama Dia.
He said,
Muhammad Dia. Okay.
Are you bugging?
Tony was fire, B. Tony was
How about
fire,
Two
bro.
Live Crew?
Yo, I feel you.
Like,
You
nah,
only
they
had
was-
him.
When we was in Atlanta.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but
My
yeah,
favorite
What's up,
song
what's
in New
up?
York.
but people still talk about it now.
Is it Nikki D?
No, I'm saying they're not.
Nikki D.
Nicky D.
Daddy's little girl.
Boss.
He put the boss out there.
We go up there, we go down south. They had a song
about Lady
called
Rage?
Sit Down Home.
Nah, I wouldn't put her as
And
a
all the
girl.
women in there jumped up and danced to that. I'm like,
Ooh,
y'all not
Latrim,
even from
Latrim,
here.
Latrim, the other girl group, Latrim.
Wow.
I wish
JJ
I was a
Fad?
little bit taller.
Skilo.
Yeah.
Skilo. What about
He not
What
obscure
about,
though. He not obscure. He got a big record.
What's it? Milk
That's
is
all he got
chillin'.
though was a
That's
big
all.
record.
What about
What about
milk
Toy?
is
So much
chillin'.
so you couldn't remember his
Audio
name.
Audio
Kids,
too?
yeah, audio.
I don't know about that one.
No.
He's
Skilo.
obscure enough
Audio
that you
too,
couldn't remember his name.
Skilo.
Oh, what about Milkbone?
How about Cool C?
YZ thinking of a master
That's the
plan.
case.
Absolutely,
Then
bro.
Curious would be up there.
I'm gonna put Cool C.
Yep.
Curious should be up here. I'm putting Curious. You right, Curious. Curious
Yeah.
George or Curious.
Curious. That's
It used to
the
be
name.
Curious George at
Yeah,
first.
Yeah,
Adolf.
But then we talking Curious George. It's another dude. He right there with Curious George. He came at the same time.
Kid Frost.
Is it Ryder Rugged Man?
R-rated Rugged Man.
R-rated Rugged
R-rated
Man.
still doing.
R-rated Rugged.
R-rated still doing his
But he
thing.
obscure. We gotta put him back.
R-rated
He
R-rated
like
not
Miles
obscure.
Brown, too.
R-rated that
Oh,
nigga.
yeah?
R-rated
Miles
stays
Brown,
touring. He put that kid Afro on.
Shout out to Miles.
Why y'all don't never?
Who's
Uh,
Jack Frost? I don't know who that is.
Why you don't never put the dude on from here? That y'all don't never talk about him.
Who?
Sage Francis.
Y'all don't never put Sage Francis.
He's whack, yo. No, he's whack. Don't even.
Yo.
He's
I ain't gonna
trash.
say
No,
he's
but
whack.
you can't deny his legacy. You can't.
Yeah.
deny
Yo,
his-
this
deny his-
dude Vic came alive. He was,
Yeah.
yo, he's whack.
Oh, yeah, don't even put
I wasn't a
Vic
fan of him, but you can't deny his. You
Ah,
can't
hell
deny
yeah,
his
I
place
denied
in
him.
it.
Yeah.
Don't
We
even
can't
put
put-
him on. Don't
Vic
even
said
put
no.
him on.
What'd he do, Vic? What'd he do to you?
He's trash. He's a cheap fat white boy.
Vic the only one in here who can say that
Who
too.
ma- Who was one of the first Rhode Island rappers
to
to
make
make
it,
money
yeah,
off
for
of rap?
music, for
Not a
real.
second job, rap. That dude was a rapper
was
by
on tours.
career.
Matter of
I
fact, he
didn't
was
like him
on
either.
tours and then
I
coming
didn't
back
find
to
him
the
appealing
strand
either,
and
but
selling
I'm
out
not
the
gonna
strand.
diss.
I
I'm
got
not gonna diss
married.
his
I got
legacy.
respect for
can't.
dude. Dude,
I gotta respect his
Yeah, when he
legacy.
came
Sage
back,
Francis
yeah,
is pretty big,
yeah.
man. Like, man,
Sage brought light to Rhode
He
Island.
did.
he did.
Whether
I
you
give
like
it
it
to
or
him.
not.
No, Mastermind brought light to Rhode Island.
Vic, talk
Sage
your
Now,
shit,
Sage
Vic.
was a different animal.
Vic, talk
Yeah,
your
he
shit,
was.
Sage
Vic.
was a different animal, B.
Talk your shit, Vic.
No, Vic don't like the Mojave.
Yeah.
Whatever, Sage, if you see this, this dude don't like you for some reason.
Damn right.
You don't like
I like-
Sage,
you
the,
don't
the
like-
essence either, do you?
Hey, that's what happens when you
Anything
want to
Sage-
come, park your car, get transported to the airport.
Oh,
And you don't even
oh,
want to
damn.
tip. You don't even want to tip.
That's
You
why
wanna
he got an
act
issue
like
with
you-
him. I forgot that he worked
Beef!
over there.
Yo, and
Beef!
then you want to act like you big baller like that, you big rapper? Beat it. Beat it.
is.
You fake ass Action Bronson looking nigga.
Alrighty. Well, move right along.
And this is why Vic is here. But listen, so I think I'm gonna read the list back and then we can see what we missed. Nikki
Count.
D. I got Nikki D, Boss, Paris, Def Jeff, Cellar Dwellers, Grave Diggers, YBT,
They had 2 albums though.
JT Money, Thurston Howell,
That's 10.
Ill and Out Scratch, Teflon, Gaddafi, Yuck Mouth, Beat Nuts, Hood Rats. I got Mud Kids on here for fun. Y'all put that. I'm gonna take that on. YZ, Made Men, J.O. Felony,
Silk the Shocker.
Bahama Dia,
That's 20.
Skilo, Cool
1,
C,
2,
Curious,
3,
Rodder Rugged Man
4.
against Laz Objections. So we need one more.
Okay.
Silk the Shocker.
No.
Nah, he
You, Miami,
Roman.
North Carolina.
Turk. Turk.
Oh,
Oh, what's the
I'm
boy?
with
Oh, his
Turk.
homeboy.
He's the
He
hot
throw the
boy.
towel.
throw your shirt
Petey
in.
Pablo.
Yeah, Petey Pablo.
Petey Pablo.
son.
But he ain't that obscure, bro.
I wouldn't think of him as obscure.
I don't know.
Nah,
If
nah,
you're
nah,
saying,
nah,
to me,
nah, nah,
obscure.
nah.
To me, the
Julio?
very essence of obscure is
Julio
what's his name
obscure.
again?
Yeah.
What's his name again? Like to me, that's obscure. If you got to dig for the
But
name,
he did.
No, but once you
Yeah.
say his name, everybody know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
but I thought that was it.
But
Like,
after
we
that,
know,
why
but, like,
would
we
he do?
should know him.
He went to Death Row for a little bit, right? No, was that him?
Sam
I got
Snead.
one. I got
Sam
one.
Snead.
Crew.
But that's a crew.
They-
We could do
So
crews
is-
next
so
week.
is- so is- so is-
Oh,
so
Oh,
is-
you're right. You're right. You're right.
What are you
You're right.
talking about?
Went to
Crew.
death row?
Who?
Crew. I'm gonna put crew.
Left eye.
Yeah, but she.
Who did you say,
You
Lan?
can't put Left Eye
Sam
on.
Snead.
Sam
No,
Snead.
I'm
Oh yeah,
I'm
he's
speaking in general.
He's an extra.
I'll take somebody off. Put Sam Snead on.
What you gonna take
Who
off?
you gonna take off?
And I had another one, but I think only person in the room probably would know who I'm talking about is Lad.
Who?
Is a back in the day rapper.
Howie T.
He never rhymed the sentence with the next sentence, and he was like a hippie-ish dude, and he would be like, "Woman, the world of mischievous, grievous, da 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 da," and the sands are flying down. Like, he would never. He's same era as Def Jeff. He came out same time as Def Jeff. That's why we
Style?
need. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Who?
Divine Styler. Divine Styler. See, I told you.
At least they have the short braids and the little locks.
And people
Hey,
didn't
yo.
like him because he would miss his rhyme a lot, but he did it on
Yeah.
purpose. If you was a real
Right.
MC, you
His
knew.
cadence was very. It was very.
It was choppy, but
It
he
was
did it on
choppy.
purpose. It was a dude searching to be a different style of flow,
Absolutely.
and he was so advanced with it that he was like, I don't want to do basic stuff. He would do stuff where he would go 3 bars and none of them would rhyme.
Oh, he's
Right.
like
You
Freeway.
said divine.
Right.
No. Divine Style.
Freeway does something that most people didn't understand until you caught on.
I'm gonna show you when y'all.
And he's West Coast too, because his
Very
whole thing
West
was
Coast.
he was very different than what the prototype for West Coast
Facts.
rappers were coming.
As a
out.
matter of fact, I believe he was the first one outside of Dale, the Funky Homo Sapien, who showed that the West Coast had skill like that. Because
Right.
everybody on the West Coast
Right.
was doing all that hardcore gangster stuff.
Right.
Divine Styler was one of Def Jeff,
Right,
Divine
Divine
Styler,
was the total opposite
and
of
Dale
that.
LaFonque
And he's
Statement.
from the
Because
West.
Dale came out before Hieroglyphics, and we didn't hear Hieroglyphics for years. It was Dale with
Casual.
Dale. No, before all that, but that's Hieroglyphics.
I
So
know, I
Dale
know.
Dale had I wish my brother George was here,
Right.
and that's when dudes like, oh,
That's
West
what,
Coast got
Bob
one.
Dabalina and all that.
Mr. Dabley. West Coast
Right.
got one spitter. And then Divine Styler, Def Jam, all them came because they was on Rap City when Ice Cube had beef
You get the little Sean on
with
there.
this and them. Little
yeah,
Sean.
Little
Oh,
Sean.
Hickeys on my neck.
Hickeys on my neck.
Hickeys on your neck.
I made love for the
That's my song.
That
That's
was
on
a
my
banger.
phone.
That was
With
a banger,
you.
son.
With you.
Yeah.
Who's the rapper that sang Magnum Opus? Cause I used to love that dude, but he's really.
I think his name is Magnus
No,
Opus.
No, the song was named
No.
Magnum.
Oh, he had the drink. I got that tape in there. I got the tape in my.
You know what I'm talking about? What's
We
his
are
name?
the MCs, ZMCs.
Nah, it's not that.
No, not
Magnum
UMCs.
Opus.
It was jazzy. It was something jazzy.
Magnum Opus.
Bitty bitty bop.
He pulled out the
Bump
Timberland
it,
pop.
bump it, up.
tapes
That's what
in
I'm
it.
talking about.
Mad tapes in there.
Top
And that
quality.
tape- That's it.
Top quality.
It's called Top
I
Quality.
used to love that damn joint. Like.
What I told you? I told you he gonna have mad obscure
Looking for
joke.
the oldness. Who is that? Was my shit.
Yeah, he had one joint though. He had
That,
one
yeah,
joint.
that was his joint. That was like, and then it was
See,
a rap.
that's the obscure stuff that we should have had on here. I'm gonna put Top Quality.
So what about Freddie Fox?
Bumpy Knuckles just dropped the album.
Yeah.
Don't shit on Freddie
How
Fox,
about-
nigga.
wait, hold
That's
on.
it. And he just dropped some shit with Chuck D.
What is it?
Why
Dr.
you
Jackal
bullshitting?
and Mr.
Bump
Hyde.
All right,
Nuts,
man.
my
I
nigga.
think we got our list, bro. I think we good. We appreciate
Right,
y'all
Dr.
watching.
Jackal and Mr. Hyde. Who's that? That's Andre Rowe and
Yeah. That's
one of my
history.
First, that's one of my first tapes. I
Guys,
got,
thank y'all
bro.
for watching. We appreciate y'all. This is the first
out.
clash
Thank you for
that
having me.
is
Pre-recorded.
pre-recorded, but we will be in the
The
chat.
second
You will
half was
see us
recorded.
in the chat. It's still gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna feel like it's live. Thank you for live for coming through in the
Appreciate
building. We appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Victor came through and he hates. I don't know why he hates Sage. Well, he said he hated. I guess he had a incident where he didn't get a tip from Sage Francis. So
They
F
didn't
Sage
pass him
Francis,
the
He
blunt.
was mad.
and that's what it is.
He was mad. Hey yo,
Shout out to Fliz, Dante, Martin,
Sir.
TJ Swords. We are Clash the Podcast.
Yo,
We
guess who's
appreciate
coming?
you guys.
Put that shirt back on. Put that shirt back on. Guess who's coming next week? Country Buck.
There it is.
Nuck if you buck.
Peace.
Word.